Hello, Scorpio. Welcome to your reading with me, Cindy. I've already pulled out a couple of cards, Scorpio. You guys never fail to show up in your reading, like either, I don't know. It's always, your readings are always so typically Scorpionic. You are literally at the cusp of coming out of a death period into a rebirth, like totally 100%. You are on the precipice of a big energetic shift right now. This is literally like, I'm going to show you the cards in a second, but your energy literally is like an apple that has fallen from a tree and it has decomposed. The apple has decomposed, and in that decomposition, the seed has sort of like gone down into the ground. The ground has softened. The seed has gone down. The nutrients from that apple surrounds the seed. The seed goes through a period of winter and frost and cold, no potential for growth, nothing is happening. And then, okay, wait for it. It's like, cause that's like where you are, but it's almost like it's about to break the surface. It's literally like things are about to change in terms of the temperature of the atmosphere around you. Like you are really about to come into a period here where you can grow. So you have, the two cards that you have here are the Lady of the Harvest and Wishing. The Lady of the Harvest is sort of like, she's described as the old woman or the crone. She's a representation of the, I said, well, like pumpkin time. Wasn't that funny? Because we're in, no. We're approaching Scorpio season. What is the date? Yeah. We're approaching it. It's still Libra season. It's still Libra season. But it's, right? Like if we think about that, Libra season is sort of, I guess it depends where you are though. For me, Libra season would be, yeah, there's apples to pick and there's fruits to take off the vines. There's vegetables to harvest before we really get that frost. I mean, depending on the plant, there's the odd plant that is even better if it's had a slight frost on it first, but not a lot. So this is like things are in. It's like the things are in, nothing is growing anymore. All of that is decomposing, but the Wishing card is the one that is telling you that your future is ahead for you. There's something that you're wishing for and you are going to receive it. But you are in this Lady of the Harvest right now. I want to often we associate, I'm just looking at the book here. We often associate the Lady of the Harvest with loss, regret, and grief. And often we are right to do so. The basic phases of grief are shock, denial, anger, guilt, emotional storm, acceptance, regaining of perspective, the beginning of healing, and the deepening of our capacity for love. The Lady of the Harvest understands grief and is patient and kind as we go through the sometimes painful process of letting go. We may well need to be patient and kind with ourselves. So, I don't know. I feel like you could be, maybe you're feeling like that apple that is just kind of like mushed into the ground here. Like the parts of you are just in this decomposition state. Others of you, maybe you sort of, you're like that seed. I've been in this composition state for a while, and the seed is about to start growing the roots, and then eventually we'll have something breaking the surface. Wherever you are, like it doesn't matter. Yeah, you're all different. All your lives are slightly different from one another. But wherever you are in that stage, that there is a very wonderful period ahead for you with the Wishing card. It's something that you've wished for at some point, something that you've hoped for. And that's where you are. You're, like I said, you're at the precipice. You are at the precipice of a very big shift and change here for yourself. Because the Lady of the Harvest also, the energy of her talks about like the whole process of grief, the whole process of letting go, the whole process of the past. It's like a strong alchemy energy too, like a really strong alchemization energy that is coming through also for your energy. Yeah. Let's go into the tarot. The Lady of the Harvest. The Elemental of Air. What an interesting energy. It's not exactly what I expected to see with the Lady of the Harvest. The Elemental of Air. Let's see how that... Okay. So with that, I'm seeing, you know, when the leaves have all started to fall off of the trees, and there's it's almost like there's less things to create wind resistance. Like the winds of change can come through really easily in the energy that you have. The winds of change can come through really easily. And with that information, I'm seeing like my dog Lily putting her nose in the air and catching all sorts of information that was otherwise being blocked, even from many miles away. So it's like to imagine this from far away. The information from far away has a greater capacity to get to you right now. The Maiden of Water. Interesting that you have like a maiden card, and then this is sort of like the crone. Earth. Oh my gosh, and the crone of water. That's funny too that I picked out a deck that had a crone. And so it's like a king. The crone is like the king. You're in harmony right now. Okay. Now, regardless of how you feel about whatever's going on around you, like you might feel strife, you might feel anger, you might feel fear, you might feel grief, all the things too, like there could be emotional storms. Anything that you're feeling right now, it's important to note that you are in harmony with the cycle that you are meant to be in. That it's important to accept what it is that you do feel and whatever you are working through as well. This is giving me a really strong harmony energy, like you are totally in sync with the cycles and with the elements around you right now. The King of Water, that's you too, isn't it? It is. The King of Cups is you. Are things... Is this showing me too, to some degree here, that this decomposition that is happening within you and around you is at the point where it's like things are liquefied? Are things being broken down into their basic emotions here? Are you being broken down to your basic emotions? Now, when we talk about basic emotions, the only thing that is real is love. So is it breaking you down to that? And also interesting how both of these cards, their arms are out and open, like to receive. Open to receive. Open to receive love. I feel like there's a lot bottled up here emotionally. Wishing. Oh, the Three of Earth. But see how different that is. This is almost like, to me, this feels sort of like late August. Although the pears, that's not really accurate for where I live. It is kind of funny. It's got to be somewhere else. Because the pears are not ripe like that with that many flowers and bloom. And all of the pollinators are out. But right, you're in the harvest. But your energy is moving towards what you wish for, which is like deep summer. It just feels like deep summer. Everything is lush. There's a lot around, a potential. it's important to recognize too that the potential isn't lost. The potential is being broken down into its basic elements here with you. I don't think I have to say it's important to recognize. I am talking to Scorpio. The Seven of Water, the Emperor, and the Ten of Earth. This feels like someone who is preparing to step up to the scales of emotional justice. Preparing to step up to your scales of emotional justice. There is in some way here, I feel like, okay, it feels like to me that there's something sort of a powerful archetypal energy about you that likely once existed at some point in time, because it does not exist with you right now. This is a breaking down stage. This is a decomposition stage. You're wishing for like this wish card says that your wish will be granted. Your wish will not necessarily be granted in the timeline that you would like it to be, and it may not always appear in the package that you would like to receive it in, but it will be granted. Right? So you have that. You do have this other energy, this other season on the other side of where you are right now. This looks like a very powerful energy. It looks like somebody who is in charge of their life, in charge of things going on around them. They have leadership and accountability, and they grow. Like to grow much here with all of the resources that you have around you. It feels like your energy is maybe, it almost feels like it's resource lacking, but that's more, right? Every time I want to explain this, I have to stop myself because I'm talking to Scorpio. Like you are the epitome of death and rebirth. And there are so much more, the potential is enormous. It's limitless with what you sit in right now, right? Well, this potential is not limitless because most of the potential has already been realized. And it's, to some extent, that's what you're wishing for, is for the potential to be realized. It will be. But this is a really, really super powerful period here because it's as if how you break down the elements that you have within you and around you is what creates the most unlimited potential, right? Like if we have, it's like unlocking, like it's unlocking nutrients, it's unlocking atoms, it's unlocking minerals. And like, you know, if I look at an apple and I look at it in its whole, you know, the potential that that apple has right there, well, it's been met. It's been created as an apple. I could eat it on its own. I could cut it up and turn it into, and peel it and turn it into a pie. I could turn it into a crumble. I could make apple preserves, right? Like, but I could probably come up with, on all of my fingers and toes, 20 different ways to reach the potential of that apple. Now, if I take that apple and I break it down on a molecular level, I might lose some people here, but on a molecular level, I have now released an unlimited amount of potential with what that apple could do when you put it in the soil and you put it with an unlimited number of things. That's your energy. And I guess that's what I'm trying to say, where it could be a stage where it feels very limitless. And I think that comes down to, right, our perceptions, and especially visual, our visual perceptions of what holds the most potential. Receiving and fulfilling potential feels like, wow, that must be the most important stage. Where actually it's not, because without the breaking down of whatever the past was, the future can't have any nutrients to grow, and potential will never be received. And this is interesting because there isn't a lot of pentacle cards here. There's just enough, well, pretty much over here. That's it. It's in the future, right? It is something being realized. It is the potential being actualized and achieved. You are moving towards that. And maybe this is even just a confirmation, a pep talk. The Crone of Water. What is all this that's up inside you? The Two of Earth and the Crone of Earth. There, you're in the snow. It's like you're standing there trying to make it rain. Trying to... Crone. There's a whole lot of crone coming out in this Lady of the Harvest energy. It's earth, the water, the potential. The world. Look at how they have the hands up. The same way. As it is above, so be it below. Don't rush something here. You could have a lot of, okay, maybe there is something that has come to an end here for you in the earthly realm. Like in some way, societally speaking, some sort of physical cycle that you were involved in that has come to an end. And interesting. It's reminding me a bit of what I was said with Aquarius. It's like they're in this really strange stage. They're in some type of a strange cycle. Or no, really powerful. It's a really powerful full cycle. I don't remember the details of it, but it's basically like, it feels strange though. It doesn't feel like, it feels off, but that's actually, I don't know, the details of it. I just remember that it is a very powerful cycle for Aquarius, but it feels weird. Oh, fuck me. Isn't Pluto in there? Didn't your planet go there? Maybe there's a connection. Like maybe there's something in that reading because your planet's over there right now. Your planet's in Aquarius, right? Maybe this is a breakdown in a way that is unfamiliar to you. And because of that, it's unfamiliar, or there's some sort of stigma or attachment to it that feels like it has less value. It feels like to you that the future has more value. But the future is like, it is the cash out. The future is the cash out to some degree. It is what you attain in the physical, right? Like this is like, okay, the future is like the pumpkin that you want to start growing. You want to grow the biggest pumpkin next year and win at the fair. So, right, that can happen. It's like that can happen for you. You can do that. But the important thing is now, what are you doing now to be able to grow that pumpkin? So to some degree, it is practical steps. But I feel like it's more than anything, it's emotional. Maybe it's believing in yourself that you can do this. Maybe it's bringing the emotional commitment forward to be able to do that. It's bringing it out of some quagmire or muck that it's been sitting in. It's perhaps like researching the best seeds, and not even just getting the best seeds, but getting the seeds from a really reputable supplier. And that doesn't have to be a big supplier. It could be some sort of local farmer that lives like 2 hours away from you or something like that, right? And it is making the effort to get that seed. And then it's thinking about the soil. I'm not just going to use any soil here because we're starting this from beginning. Because all of that potential, like, right, if you don't do the research on the seed, if you just get any seed, well, you've already limited what the potential can be. Right? Because if you got a seed that is like half as good as another seed that you could have picked up, you've already switched the potential and what the actual final payout goal achievement can be. It's like, that's why I'm trying, that's exactly it. Like this is the stage that you're in. And if you just get any soil, I'm just going to get any soil. Well, then again, that's a second time you've limited what the future can be here for yourself. So let's backtrack. We get that best seed. All right. potential is limitless, man. If you put the right ingredients in there, you could have the biggest pumpkin. Okay, I'm going to get a special type of soil. All right, your limits are still pretty big. You haven't reduced them at all. I'm going to think about, I'm going to like look at watering. Like maybe I don't want to overwater, I want to underwater. Maybe there's a certain degree of lighting here that I have. Whatever could be the atmosphere. Maybe you're going to set up a room. You're going to set up a room and you're going to have a certain amount of atmospheric conditions in that room. Humidity, heat, or lack thereof, whatever's the best. But if you're like, I'm just going to get a plain old seed from the hardware store, I'm going to get whatever seed, whatever soil is on sale. I'm going to get that, and I'm just going to put it in the windowsill and hope for the best. How many degrees of limitation have you taken away? Like of possibility, or how many degrees of limitation have you put on what it is that you want in the future? That's what your energy is right now. Like, that's what I mean. Like, it's literally, to some degree, it is like a fresh start. But you are putting the nutrients into your future. You're putting your nutrients in your seed. You're preparing to do that. Even though right now you feel like the garden is dead. Everything is dead, something is finished, and it's over. Yeah, that's what you have. Let me see the Emperor. Don't limit yourself here. Don't limit your future. The Emperor, the Maiden of Earth, the Four of Earth, and the Maiden of Fire. Interesting. It says, these are two people younger than you, with very different elements to them. Now, could we also be talking about your own inner child here? Because you have the Maiden of Water. And through your experience in Earth, it has matured it to the Crone of Water. And you've also matured something earthly here with the Crone of Earth. That is over with the world. That cycle, whatever that is over. But it's also interesting, right? Because it's snowing. Something is being put to rest and decomposition. But on the other side is the Maiden of Earth. It is born again. It is important not to hang on to things from the past, not to hang on to emotions, certain emotions from the past. It is important that, right, like even your spark, this feels like sort of a spark. It's kind of funny. The Maiden of Fire looks older than the other maidens. There's a sense of maturity. Maybe there's a sense of fast development. There could be some type of communication too that you might be wishing for now that has to come in its own right time. Learning to communicate, holding off until you know the right way to communicate. The Nine of Earth and the Eight of Air is at the bottom. Why are they blocking the cow? I've never seen that before. It's like all the gnomes, they're either worship. I feel like they're blocking the cow. They've surrounded the cow and the cow can't move forward, which is really interesting because this takes us into the Eight of Swords. And the Eight of Swords is, you know, what's up ahead. It's hard to imagine what's ahead, or our limited thinking is stopping us from seeing what the possibilities could be. The possibilities that, like, again, you are in a state here where your possibilities are enormous. Every time you make a conscious choice to do something or put a brick into the foundation of your future right now, you are either expanding yourself limitlessly, or you are, or infinitely, or I don't know, you know what I mean, or you are contracting yourself and limiting yourself. So yeah, limiting or limitless. That's like the stage that you're in right now. For the extended, I'm going to look at what is the energy that is best for you in terms of limitless expanse, right? And I don't mean like you're just going to like expand like Jupiter. And so, but where you're not reducing your possibilities in the future. So I'm going to look at that. What is the energy of limitless expanse for you? And what is the energy that limits or contracts your future? I'll do that for you, Scorpio. In the extended, there are 2 options in the description below if you'd like to follow me to the extended. Thank you so much, Scorpios. Until next time, be gentle with yourselves. Bye.